Welcome back. For the first time in 5 months, employment in the United States rose. It's a good thing. The private sector added 159,000 new jobs last month. Proof that the economy is picking up. Now, look, I don't agree with everything the administration is doing on the economy, but the stimulus is working. The right wing, the ones who had the brilliant plan to do no stimulus spending to help the economy, have a very different view. John Boehner released a statement saying, quote, "Any job growth is a positive sign, but stagnant and stubbornly high unemployment makes clear why permanently stopping all the looming tax hikes should top Washington's to-do list this month." What in the world does tax cuts for the richest people in the country have to do with this? The only thing Boehner got out of this good news for hundreds of thousands of Americans who now have jobs is that they can help finance more tax cuts for the rich. But Boehner isn't done. Check out the next line in his statement. Quote, "Stopping these tax hikes and cutting spending to pre-stimulus, pre-bailout levels would help eliminate the uncertainty gripping small businesses. Only 3% of small businesses are in the top income bracket. This isn't about helping them. This is about the Republican Party paying back the people who got them elected, the very rich. They financed the GOP, and now they want a return on their investment. That's why it's the GOP's number one on their agenda." Eric Cantor also piled on, saying he hopes Congress returns to pass legislation so that no one faces a tax increase. Gee, I wonder who he's referring to. That's as disingenuous as Boehner trying to distance himself from the bailout, as if he wasn't the same John Boehner who cried on the House floor in September of 2008 as he begged his Republican colleagues to vote yes on $700 billion for Wall Street. Joining me now is Washington Congressman Jim McDermot. Congressman, great to have you on here.
Good to be here, Cenk.
All right. Look, we're getting smoke signals from the White House and statements as well, so it's not that unclear that they're going to buckle on this issue and they're going to give in to the tax cuts for the top 2%. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I absolutely disagree with it. Giving money to the top 1% of this country and increasing the national deficit by $7 trillion is wrong. It doesn't produce any jobs. It makes things worse in the long run for our grandchildren, and it simply perpetuates what we had in the last 2 years. Now, my belief is the Republicans they don't believe in anything. The only thing they believe in, and Mitch McConnell said it, my job is to prevent Obama from being elected a second time. He doesn't care what happens to anything. The first bill that should come out of the House and out of the Senate is an extension of unemployment benefits. If we don't act on that, 2 million people are going to lose their benefits at Christmas time. That's not a country that cares about its working people.
Congressman, now John Boehner and Mitch McConnell are saying, hey, listen, we won the House, and so you got to play by our rules, and it's time for you to, go along with our agenda. When you guys won the House, the Senate, and the White House, did they go along and play with your agenda?
From day one, they used the filibuster in the Senate to kill our legislation. We put 420 bills over into the Senate, and Mitch McConnell killed every blessed one of them. So they have no interest in governing this country. They simply want to take back the White House. That is all that's on their agenda. And this paying off their constituency by giving them this tax break is just simply unconscionable when you are laying off librarians and you're laying off school teachers and you're laying off firemen and policemen all over this country. And they're saying, well, we have to give this money to the rich at the top or they won't be able to have Christmas, I guess. I don't know what they're whining about.
But Congressman, they have an important tool here that they actually used against you guys in this election and probably will in the next, because usually the American people blame the president for whatever's going wrong, right? So if you don't create any new jobs over the next 2 years, the Republicans don't get the blame. The president does when he goes up for re-election. And now you don't control the House. So how do you create bills that create more jobs if you don't control the House and the Republicans have no incentive to help you?
The people are very worried in this country. They are very anxious about what's happening. And they're going to throw out everybody next time if they don't get some change in the economy. The banking system, the problem of banking and small business is not going to be helped by giving more money to the banks and taking away the regulation. The world is not going to be a better place if we give more tax cuts. We're going to have to go to infrastructure, which is what Franklin Delano Roosevelt did. Franklin Delano Roosevelt created 1.8 million jobs in the first 2 years simply by putting people back to work in public works projects. And my view is that if you're serious about putting people back to work, you have to start talking about using the government money to create jobs, and you can do it. We need roads, bridges, sewers, water systems, airports, all sorts of things need to be fixed in this country. And we're simply sitting here and saying, let's give more money to the rich and give more money to the banks and hope they do the right thing. We saw what they did to us the last time. We don't need more of that.
All right, Congressman McDermott, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.